Good morning, good night, everyone. It's time for Teacher Phil English and Business English lesson. So, what is upselling? Upselling is when you've sold somebody something and then you want to sell them more. So, let's say I am running a car dealership. A car dealership. So a customer comes in, he tests the car, he likes how the car drives. He says, I will buy that car. He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out his wallet and his credit card and he says, I'll buy the car. But I am the salesperson. I want to do some upselling. So I say, hey, wait, that car is good, but if you had the two-tone paint on the bottom of the car for only $500, you will look even better. And the customer thinks, he ponders and wonders, and he says, okay. And guess what? He just spent another $500 on paint. So that is called upselling. Upselling. Now, dun dun dun, here's the bad stuff. The bad stuff. The goggles go on for the bad stuff, folks. Here we go. Bait and switch. Bait and switch. Bait means to catch a fish. Switch means to change. So it's like we're fishing for people, and as soon as they bite, we change. So, let's say the customer's testing the car. Okay. He's testing the car. And I tell him that the car is $10,000. Like really cheap. For a new car for $10,000. So he's driving. He's thinking, $10,000. This is cheap. This is a good deal. He says, he reaches into his pocket. He pulls out his wallet, pulls out his credit card, and says, I would like to buy that car. And I say to him, actually, somebody just bought the car, but we have another car. It's $20,000. That is bait and switch. You trick him into thinking he wants a cheap car, and then you switch and you try to sell him a more expensive car. That's lying. That is bad. Bait and switch is bad. What else is bad? I'll tell you. Lowballing. Lowballing. So, let's say I try to sell him a car for $10,000. He reaches into his pocket, pulls out his credit card, and he tries to buy it. But I say, hey, wait. That $10,000, it doesn't include the power steering. It doesn't include the extra paint. It doesn't include the new wheels that are on it. That's an extra $5,000. So we'll just write this down. Please pay me $5,000. Oh! What? That is bad. Bad. That's called lowballing. See, low is like low, and balling means like throwing the ball. So you're throwing the ball low when really the price of the car is high. So, if you are lowballing, you are lying. You are telling them that it's low when it's actually higher. And the final bad thing is browbeating. Browbeating. Browbeating is when you say bad things to people to try to make them act. So, let's say that I do some work for somebody. I fix their car, grind the car nice, paint it nice, and then the customer, I try to charge the customer $3,000. But he doesn't want to pay $3,000. He only wants to pay $1,000. So, I say, you're an idiot. You're a bad person. I don't like you. You're not very smart. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you. That's browbeating, when you're telling bad things to the person to try to get them to pay or to try to get them to cave in. And browbeating is bad.